What the? Razer just announced the brand new Razer Viper gaming mouse, and since they are having their own optical switches on their keyboards like the Razer Huntsman, now they're actually bringing that particular optical switch to a gaming mouse. So let's find out how the Razer Viper fares out with its competition. So looking at the box itself, it's a very typical Razer packaging design with a few feature highlights at the back. So as per mentioned earlier, optical switches are back in a gaming mouse. This is the first time we are ever seeing it. And then we have a few particularly weird ones like 69 grams of lightweight design, haha, and then 8 programmable buttons. And a brand new feature highlight here is the Razer Speedflex cable, which they claim to have minimal drag and smooth control. So let's find out how it goes. First of all, unboxing. Okay, so opening up the box, you get your typical user manual alongside with a welcome card signed by the man himself, Ming-Lian Tan, which I'm just going to leave it here. And here it is, the brand new Razer Viper, and it's really lightweight, and they're not messing around when they claim this to be a 69 grams mouse. The Razer Viper is an ambidextrous design, and with it comes a few particularly special design right here. So as you can see, you get this sort of rubberized texture on both sides, and also side buttons back and forward on both sides as well. And then you also have this really soft clicking scroll wheel, and it scrolls really smoothly. It's also highly textured, so you can feel every single step that it rotates. I guess that's how you call it. And then the clicks here are also fairly, I think you can hear it. They don't have the usual clack on all the other mice that we've used before. So yeah, the optical mouse here, you can actually feel there's something different. And let's just peel this piece of plastic off. And for the mouse fit, it's fairly large and it's also very smooth. Then let's just talk about the new, what is this called again? The Speedflex cable. And yes, the Speedflex cable feels softer than nylon braiding and also a bit spongy. Definitely feels different as well. And on the other side, you have this USB cap for your USB port, typical. Once again, this is a wired mouse, so yeah. Oh yeah, I also find out that it's missing a DPI cycle button, so Razer has moved it to the back here. So yeah, you have to press this button at the back to switch your DPI. So there is no on-the-fly DPI switching unless you program your buttons to use some sort of back forward on the other side, maybe if you're a right-handed gamer. And I think since in the office here we use our mouse every single day, I want to get their opinions on the brand new Razer Viper. Now you have used a lot of mouse, you play a lot of games. I would say you are a big fan of COD.
Yeah, back in the days.
Back in the days. So tell me what you feel about the new Razer Viper.
First impression, this mouse is freaking lightweight.
Very lightweight, really, as what they have mentioned on the box. Yes, indeed lightweight, and I kind of like how easy to control the cursor around.
Not really a fan of lightweight mouse, but the grip feels quite good, so it kind of compensates for that.
Well, DPI cycle button is at the back.
DPI cycle at the back, I don't think it's a problem because sometimes you just have to. Certain games you have a DPI preset for it already.
I kind of used to all those, DPI buttons here back in the day. So having one here is definitely gonna be a problem for me.
For sure, there is some people that they want some sort of on-the-fly DPI switch, but that is more like a snipe button for that.
Okay.
So I don't think that is a huge problem.
I don't think many of you out there actually, click on this when you play games.
Yeah.
Unless you're those very picky type of people, right? It's like, oh, I need to have lower DPI, let's click on this. So some might not have problem with this, but it's definitely my problem. So it's rather subjective here.
Yeah. So for me, what I would like is a DPI cycle button right below the scroll button, the scroll wheel, because I reprogrammed that as play pause button for my music.
Okay.
So niche case, but this works fine as well. Yeah, I feel the same way. It somehow just works. It's a good combination. So then, what do you think about the optical switches?
Okay, the switch wise feels kind of hollow.
Feel to it, like emptiness, because
Yeah.
they probably do a lot of weight shedding, and then makes a lot of empty cavity inside.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then you can hear the
cavity-
echoes of
yeah,
the
the
clack.
echo of the clack. That makes you feel like, oh, it's empty inside.
Yeah.
It doesn't really require any like extra force to click it. So if you're in an intensive battle, it's like, oh god, I need to click fast, then you might just neglect it. But if you're on a slow pace, like sniping on someone, camping, then it you might feel it.
The switch feels really clicky. The feedback is kind of solid.
For those of you who are very sensitive to your mouse, this will be like, it'll take some time to get used to it because it is really,
Too easy to trigger.
not to say too easy to trigger, but it feels hollow at one point. So it's like having some additional distance there before you kind of bottom the switches.
And if you tell me if this is if I can differentiate a normal switch or optical switch, certainly I have no way to differentiate that. But from the sound of it, you definitely know that. Yeah.
Okay, another important question. Scroll wheel.
I prefer it to be slightly heavier, but this is not bad.
You can feel each step that it
Yes,
turns.
every time you scroll it a bit, you can feel that tiny click for each movement. So more precise, I guess.
Yeah.
There is a very small dotted texture on it. Feels nice to scroll around.
One thing that I found out is the scroll wheel clicking is a bit soft.
Oh yeah.
So I would like a big clack on each scroll wheel press because I rarely use it and I don't want to accidentally trigger it. So a soft one might be a problem for me. I'm not too sure.
But you know what? Actually, I prefer this click because it makes it easier for you to throw your grenades. Or what? It feels good for throwing grenades in some FPS.
Easy to trigger.
Clicks it's fine. At least the travel distance is not too far. Sometimes you need to exert extra force to trigger that middle click, the scroll wheel click.
One more thing. Speedflex cable.
First impression, it feels... Is spongy the right word for it?
I describe it the same way.
Okay.
It feels a bit spongy.
So this one is very soft, and I really like it for how it doesn't really tangles around, and you might not even need mouse bungee.
Wow.
At least it's better than most of the braided ones out there because braided ones...
Nylon or fabric?
There are two types, but most of the time you'll see those fabric ones. But they all share a similar property, which is
You can't do this.
pretty stiff at one point.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't really do this kind of, what do you call this, roll or whatsoever with
I don't know.
those cables. So this is quite flexible, I would say.
But so far, as you can see, we just unboxed this mouse and it's pretty straighter than any other mouse.
Any other mouse when we first unboxed.
Yeah.
I kind of really like this thing.
Okay, what do you think about the mouse overall?
Surprisingly good. Very good mouse.
But overall, it's a pretty decent mouse, I would say.
Can't really tell when it's inside the box until you hold it. Yeah.
Yes,
that's the
that
thing.
I agree.
That's the
And
thing.
don't forget, you also get RGB. Okay, so we've gathered some opinion on the brand new Razer Viper, and so far everyone here has been really positive about the brand new mouse here. Of course, I would still say the packaging here doesn't really do it justice because it just says Razer Speedflex cable, 69 grams, lightweight design, optical switch, blah blah blah. But yeah, it doesn't sound that appealing on the box, but when you hold it and try it for yourself, it's surprisingly good because of how the lightweight construction, like our peripheral guy here, he just said even though he doesn't really like lightweight mouse, but for some reason the curvature on the mouse just feels so good, and I agree with that. And the scroll wheel here, like our camera video guy here said, scroll wheel feels really nice, and I agree as well because I use the scroll wheel a lot. Flex speed cable, it's surprisingly good. I have no idea what they did to the cable, but yeah, it's good. The grips here are also really good, and overall construction wise, pretty solid. Optical switch, yeah, as per mentioned by our video guy, it feels hollow inside, and with it comes a bit of echo when you click it, as you can hear here. So yeah, but overall the clicking feels good. And well, for the price of 309 ringgit, I think this is a mouse that you need to try it out, and then you will know how fantastic this mouse will be. So that is all for the brand new Razer Viper ambidextrous gaming mouse. It's available now nationwide, so you can head on to your nearest store and get it for yourself. And thanks for watching this video everyone, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.